Force is the code name for a highly trained rapid deployment force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization.
Action Force! International heroes! Action Force will dare! Action Force!
Dear Sally, your last letter really wounded my heart.
Action Force is supposed to be alert, Shipwreck. If a pop foul can bean you, you can bet your bottom dollar the Cobra can.
Weren't you a little soft on him, General Hawk?
All the guys have seen a lot of combat lately, Beachhead. They deserve some R&R.
Next time we're in combat, Leatherneck, remind me to get right in front of you. That'll be the safest place. Wow.
Come back on amateur night, clowns.
You call this military discipline? Cross-country's putting a tape deck in his havoc.
Now, don't you fret none, Beachhead. This here's fighting music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, every time I play it, somebody wants to punch me out.
Very funny. Now, if I was in charge...
But you aren't, Beachhead. First comes Hawk, then Duke, then me, and finally you.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll change someday.
Lifeline, hand me the crescent wrench, will you?
No!
Well, why not, for crying out loud?
Well, because helping you arm a rescue chopper goes against my principles. That's why.
For somebody who's against violence, you sure picked a peculiar bunch to hang around with.
Pacifists and Action Force, what's happening to this outfit?
Heading back to pass. There it goes.
Slipstream, you're supposed to be on alert.
Yes, sir. I am alert, sir.
What exquisite timing. The Action Forces have allowed themselves to become soft and weak.
Are the bats ready, Scrap Iron?
Yes, Destro. This is the last battle android trooper. We're ready to attack. Then move out, Cobra!
Got you this time, mainframe.
Wrong again, dial tone.
Full force! What the heck you guys think you're doing? You're supposed to be monitoring the base perimeter.
In Nam, I learned the best way to stay alert on guard duty is to occasionally divert your attention so you won't get the 1,000-yard stare.
General quarters, now!
They sounded the alarm! Attack!
Duke, form a unit and hit Cobra's flank. We've got to prevent a pincer's movement on our control center. Regroup all units and fall back. We'll make our stand on the airfield.
Four slow action forces.
Four sorry Action Forces.
Rather poor shots, eh, Tomax?
Awful, that's what I'd say, Zema. Why is Cobra Commander using stuns? They're fast, but they don't have the armor or the punch of the old his tanks.
Maybe old Chrome Dome is running low on...
Hold on!
What are those things?
They look like robots.
Battle android troopers! Forward and destroy!
We keep blasting, but they don't drop. There ain't no way to make them stop!
Superb! Now we must press our advantage! All stuns! Forward to victory!
Unwise, Commander.
You should keep some of our forces in reserve.
Balderdash, you twin nitwits! You're just jealous of my authority! At long last, Action Force is doomed, and all because of my superb leadership. Wait, what's that? Unidentified object on the left flank! Intercept and destroy!
Prepare for hand-to-hand combat, Action Force.
Holy, what is that?
Cobra, attack!
Well, now things are gonna get interesting. That's Sergeant Slammer.
He must have picked up Dial Tone's message.
Wow! Holy mackerel!
Come on, you guys! I could use a little help! Looks like we've got ourselves a second front.
Let's take them apart. Full force!
Retreat! Abandon the bats flee!
Without Cobra to give them direction, these droids are ready for junk collection.
Cobra Commander
Has blown it again!
Wow, look at this mess. Who is this guy anyway?
Man, you are looking at a real soldier.
Sorry to drop in unannounced, General Hawk, but it looked like your party was getting out of hand.
It was, Sergeant Slammer. And the truth is, we deserve to lose.
You ingrates! It was not me who was responsible for our loss. We lost because your precious bats were nothing but ineffectual, high-tech designer dollies!
The bats were perfect. They would have wiped out Action Force if you had deployed them correctly.
Dr. Mindbender.
Now Action Force will be on guard against future attacks.
Nonsense.
You have set back our long-awaited day of triumph.
May I remind you, Dr. Mindbender, that you are merely Cobra's chief interrogator and science officer. There's nothing in your file that classifies you as a military genius!
I have had a strange recurring dream lately. A dream which says the time is coming when Cobra must find a new leader. I believe that time is now.
Glad I could be of service, General Hawk, but I better get back to bivouac. I got me a bad bunch of problem recruits to train.
Wait a minute, Slammer. The Force have gotten careless and sloppy. Why don't you stick around and train them?
Why? You've already got the best men available.
No, I want you to stay and whip them into shape.
Well, okay. I'm your man. Slammer House style training starts at 0600 hours tomorrow. Ready or not.
No, I don't understand. Confused and can't comprehend. What does it mean? The light! The answer lies within that spiral of light! Oh! Beloved Cobra Commander, do not think me disloyal! Ah! All right, I admit I'm lying! But mercy is the hallmark of greatness, oh magnificent one! No, please don't crush me! There's something familiar about that spiral. I've seen it before. A heartbeat! Someone is out there! Of course! If we can't find a new leader, I shall make one!
Good morning, sleepyheads. I'm Sergeant Slammer.
I'm glad to see you got your lazy carcasses out of bed. Now you slobs have had it too soft. You guys are supposed to keep our country safe from Cobra. So starting today, we're gonna fix all that.
Give your hearts to America, Action Force, because your butts belong to me.
Now commence running. Move it. Hey, 2, 3, 4.
Good work, Slammer. This is just what the Force needs to get motivated.
Happy to hear that. Because with all due respect, General Hawk, you're Action Force and you're gonna join them.
Yes, sir.
Pick him up and put him down. Yay, hop, 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 hop. Pathetic! I've got an arthritic grandmother who can beat the whole lot of you.
Talk's cheap, Sergeant Slammer.
If you're so blasted tough, why don't you prove it?
Come on, try me, but make it interesting. All of you tackle me at once. I make my point? Move! Bend those knees! Pick up your aching feet and move, move, move!
We gotta remember how to win. Grit them teeth and dig on in. Full force!
Full force!
Let's go!
Full force!
Let's go! Full force!
Full force! Better! Not perfect, but better.
Cobra Commander must never learn of this meeting. If he does, the future of our great movement and even our lives could be in jeopardy. Gentlemen, we are suffering from a crisis in leadership.
Congratulations, Scrap Iron. The bug you planted is working beautifully.
Since our present leader is worthless, I will create a new one. Gentlemen, I give you the double spiral of life itself, DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. I propose to construct our new leader out of DNA molecules taken from history's greatest conquerors. Their tomb shall provide us with the raw material I need. A molecule here, a molecule there. The military brilliance of Napoleon, the ferocity of Genghis Khan, the leadership of Alexander, the evil of Ivan the Terrible. These and the qualities of many others shall merge into our new synthetic leader. The Cobra Emperor.
Never! I won't allow it!
We must begin at once!
Treachery! I accuse you of vile acts of base treason! For this you shall pay the ultimate penalty!
Eliminate us, and there will be no one left to follow your orders.
You lie! My God is loyal!
Would you really care to test the truth of that statement, Commander?
You misjudge me if you think I'm motivated solely by selfishness. Why should we war among ourselves when we have Action Force for a common enemy? In fact, I order you to create this perfect Cobra leader so I too may follow him to victory! Cobra! And get someone to fix that door.
I'm not sure, but I think we won.
Cobra Commander, you're not really gonna throw in with those traitors, are you?
Of course not, you half-wit. Is this the face of a patsy?
No, it's not.
Correct. Let Mindbender try to create a leader from DNA mishmash. He'll only fail and humiliate himself.
And if he succeeds?
If he succeeds, I will master, mesmerize, and manipulate his creature like a pathetic puppet. I shall become an even greater power behind the throne.
They're looking good, Sergeant.
They were always good, General Hawk. They just forgot what it takes to stay that way.
Attention! A Cobra Knight Raven has breached North American airspace. Scramble for battle!
Looks like we're gonna see how effective your training was, Sergeant Slammer.
Full force! Rescue backup following. Full force!
Bogey sighted at 3 o'clock. Moving in for a look-see.
Full force conquest on our tail. Arming drone.
Uh-oh. Got a drone. 12 o'clock, dead on. Looks like I'm gonna be the filling in a missile sandwich.
I love a cookout, but not if I'm the main course.
Hey, look! a Cobra message pod.
A gold bar and a roll of parchment.
It's a communique from Dr. Mindbender to Zartan and his dreadnoks.
You mean they can read?
This is a contract between Zartan and Cobra regarding a mission so important. Zartan is asked to bring in for backup support his brother and sister, Sandar and Zorana. Zartan is also recruiting at least one more dreadnought.
Whatever that mission is, it's definitely Major League. This here is Zartan's very heavy down payment.
And we've got to find out what's going down before it picks up steam. I need 3 volunteers.
Volunteers? 1, 2, 3. Now what do you got in mind?
Infiltrate Zartan's camp and find out what this secret mission is all about.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to the first annual audition for membership in our small but elite society of dreadnoks. To match your collective IQs, I've made the rules simple. Who's ever left standing at the end of the audition becomes our next dreadnought.
And that will be me, mister. Yeah, well, you'll be the first one down. I'll see to that. Oh, that's what you think, fat stuff.
Start auditioning!
Hope your insurance is paid up, sucker! You were saying?
Oh! We gotta get closer. We will. Looks like it's almost over.
He used stun grenades! That's cheating! Of course it's cheating, you nit! What did you expect? Sportsmanship?
All right, fellow. What's your name?
You can call me Monkey Wrench. Me hobbies are heavy metal, unprovoked mayhem, and explosions. Loud explosions.
A fitting appellation. Welcome to the Dreadnought.
I believe you are premature, sir. There is only one applicant suitable for the position of new Dreadnought, and that is me. Thrasher.
Well, ain't you the one?
Quite so. And I also can provide my own vehicle.
Charming.
Ain't it just? He stayed back while the others beat themselves up.
Which conclusively proves my intelligence, a quality your present dreadnoughts lack totally.
That tears it.
We ain't intelligent, eh?
We'll show you who's intelligent, we will!
Hey, what's this?
Eddie's disease.
Make like ice and freeze!
Action Force, what do you want?
You are gonna tell us about your secret mission, or we are gonna rotate your ears.
Not so fast, Sister Z!
Is there anything left to read?
Have a look.
Cobra plans to break into the tombs of some of history's most infamous conquerors.
What the heck for?
Looks like that information went up in smoke. Huh?
I came back to punish you for your insolence, Zartan, but instead, to prove my worth, I'll destroy your enemies. Agreed?
Finish them, and you shall be one of us.
Cobra!
Come on, lowlight, on your feet.
This way, we'll make a stand here.
Right on!
The game is up, gentlemen!
Now exterminate them!
Get ready. This should bring some tears to their eyes. Full force!
Not the back door!
What back door?
This one!
Quick, they're escaping!
No one escapes the Thunder Machine!
Cool. They ain't gonna be telling their grandkids about this one.
Come along, Thrasher. You and your fellow Dreadnoks have work to do.
I don't want him around me.
Zorana almost destroyed Dr. Mindbender's secret message. But there's enough left to tell us Cobra's gonna be hitting historical burial sites all over the world. The tomb of Napoleon in Paris. The tomb of General Xanathamon Toth in Egypt. Even the crypt of Vlad Tepes, better known as Count Dracula. Then there are the tombs of Sun Tzu, the great Chinese strategist, Genghis Khan, Montezuma, Alexander the Great, Ivan the Terrible. The list is incomplete, so they could have targeted other tombs as well. The question is why? Anything worth stealing would have been ripped off centuries ago.
I don't know what Cobra's after in those tombs, but I do know if we do nothing, we'll surely pay for it. So until we learn what's at the bottom of this, we're going to split our forces and station a counter-strike unit at every tomb on Zartan's list. Halt! Halt! Sir, we're on an important mission. Please move so we can proceed.
I will not, monsieur. I am the mayor of Paris. I must protect my city.
We're here to guard Napoleon's tomb.
How, Monsieur General? By rolling your big machines through the streets? By shaking the foundations of our museums? Our very culture?
Sir, facing Cobra with less firepower than this could put us at a disadvantage.
That is not my concern, Monsieur General. Now take your very expensive toys somewhere else.
Well, what now, Monsieur General?
Well, Sci-Fi, if we were Cobra, I'd say run him over. But we're not, so we won't. Back up the column! We're gonna have to do the job with just awe-strikers and recon sleds.
Keep an eye out, Sci-Fi. We need every advantage we can get.
I've got a pretty good observation post, General Hawk. What about the other action force?
We're doing just fine, Sci-Fi, though I never thought the Russians would welcome us in their territory.
When it comes to defending Ivan the Terrible's tomb against Cobra, the Soviet Union is pleased to get Action Force's help.
I'll be happy to trade with you, Duke. We're chopping our way through the Yucatan, the world's meanest salad. We're about an hour's march from Montezuma's tomb.
Down here in Egypt, General Hawk, things are going smooth as cat fur on a marble floor.
We got old Xanathamon Toth's last resting place locked up tighter than a... Uh-oh, trouble.
Help me.
Ma'am, what's the problem?
My family. My father, mother, and little sister. Back in the next valley. We were attacked by Cobra. Will you help us, please?
You just sit tight, lady. We're gonna stomp a whole mess of serpent for you.
Full force!
Sentimental fools.
Where's Cobra?
Now that you have entered the tomb, Zorana, you will need to slide back this stone door leading to the inner crypt. It is important to watch out for booby traps.
Now you tell me.
At this point, you should see the sarcophagus of the great Egyptian general Serpentor Arise.
Looks like there's nothing for miles, but miles and miles of nothing.
If there was anybody poking about here, they sure didn't leave no tracks.
Serpentor Arise's tomb is one of the least spoiled in the Valley of the Kings.
Mindbender, you bloomin' dingo!
You may also notice the spiked stone ceiling, which finishes off victims trapped by the clan.
Persistent, ain't they? Well, it'll take more than that to scare off Cern.
You've been had, Dusty, old buddy. That there gal ain't all she claimed to be. Back to the tomb, double Proto!
Full force!
The very late General Amon Toth, I presume.
Now, General, this won't hurt a bit.
Let's hear it for me! Not so fast, Zorana!
You're dreaming, Action Force!
She's going nowhere! So long, morons! We gotta get whatever it is she took from that tube! That's a big 10 more, good buddy!
He's got him on radio.
Slipstream, what's going on out there?
We got a bad situation here, General.
Any sign of survivors?
Don't see any.
Hawk, it's Cobra time.
It's Cobra, all right. Get in position!
Don't give them twins an inch of room. Gotta keep them snakes out of Bonaparte's tomb.
Night Raven, give us air cover! At once!
Take cover! We're gonna have to regroup and dig in, Gung-Ho!
Fine by me, but we're gonna have to get rid of that Cobra jet jock first.
Huh?
Stop! I cannot allow this! You must stop this destruction, you barbarians!
Barbarians? To Napoleon's tomb!
Napoleon won't take long.
He always was a little short. DNA?
A-OK! Hold it, you turkey!
Full force! Don't let him go!
Over here, guys! I see him now, Lifeline. Get ready. Going up. All prisoner accounted for, Slipstream. What's the word on that lady snake?
No sign of Zorana or Thrasher. They must have drowned.
Sci-Fi, I want you to take over. I've got a rendezvous with Roadblock. Hawk here! Request permission to come aboard!
You got it, General. We've been waiting for you and we're right on course. So look out, Cobra, it's full force.
Good work, Roadblock. Now, lock coordinates with Duke's and with Sergeant Slimer's units.
Duke here, do you read me?
Loud and clear, over.
We're nearing the tomb of Ivan the Terrible. The Soviets have sent the October Guard to back us up. Colonel Brekov and Diana send their warmest regards.
What about Horror Show?
Yeah, your island!
General Hawk, Flint here. Montezuma's tomb is dead ahead.
Yeah, and we're dead tired.
We'll renew contact as soon as we're in position. Flint out.
It's midnight here in Transylvania, General Hawk. We expect to reach Vlad Tepes crypt at 0200.
This whole country reminds me of when I used to take my kids trick-or-treating.
A great place for a singles weekend, huh, guys?
Yeah, we could take our dates for a swim in the ever-popular Aztec Pool of Death.
All right, let's get in position and wait for Cobra's next move.
Ooh-wee. This is about the scariest place I ever spent the night. How about you, Lowlight?
Nah, seen a lot scarier.
Cut the chatter, you guys. Cobra's out there. I can feel him.
Action Force is here, I tell you. I can feel them.
Then let's bash them fast, swipe Montezuma's CIA, and get out of here.
That's DNA, you moron! We can't go after it until we're sure of our situation.
Brother, leave everything to me.
You hear something, Dial Tone?
Just a bird.
Two of them on top of the Great Wall of Hieroglyphs, and one in the niche below the ceremonial stairs.
Who's there?
They're here! What's all the... So glad you could join us.
Drop in any time, Zartan.
They've got us boxed in!
Torch! Turn up the heat!
Nothing like a cheery blaze to warm a dreadnoughts on, eh?
Things are getting a mite warm, Flint.
Looks like it's time for a little swim.
That water's much too chilly for our friends, gentlemen. Heat it up to the boiling point!
My special recipe for Action Force soup. Keep heating it up. We want to be sure our Action Force gooses are properly cooked.
Come, Monkey Wrench, on to the business at hand!
Said nothing about no big hairy spiders!
You wimp! One more outburst like that and I'll bury you with Montezuma!
I swear, I'll never eat boiled lobster ever again.
Hang on, Zartan! Keep moving or I'll give you a big ugly headache!
Come on, this could work out after all.
Finally, the dreaded Montezuma. You wouldn't happen to have a bug bomb on you, would you, Zartan? Ow! It. Fascinating. Now let's get out of here.
I'm not sure I understand what we just saw, Zartan, but you'll have plenty of time to explain.
Let's play a little game, mates. I go bang, you all fall down. I like games, especially rapping.
Looks like no go, Action Force!
This is all over, Beachhead. Remind me to get us a new travel agent. There's something depressing about being here during vampire season.
Blood Tepes wasn't a vampire, mainframe. Just a crazed tyrant who killed people for a hobby.
Kinda like Cobra. Speaking of which, anything squirming your way, Alpine?
Nothing snaky so far, but if it flies in, it's history. What's the word from the other guys?
Nothing good. After Paris, Egypt, and the Yucatan, it's Cobra 3, Action Force Nada.
Huh? You hear something?
No. I didn't hear it again. And I didn't hear it coming from downstairs.
You're nuts. The only thing down there is Vlad Tepes' crypt.
There's probably a logical explanation for all this spooky jazz.
Sure. When they buried him, they left his radio on.
It is coming from the tomb.
Then let's check it out.
What do we do? Stay here and guard the remains or follow the Phantom Lady?
Well, Tepes ain't going no place. After her.
Oh, man, this is my kind of climate. Why can't they have weather like this down in Waco, Texas?
Face it, Iceberg, you were born in the wrong hometown.
Come in, Duke. General Hawk calling. What's the word from Siberia?
The word is frostbite, General. My hot cocoa just turned into a frozen popsicle. Nothing else to report. I thought I could take a pretty good chill, but you October gods put me to shame.
It's beautiful spring day, yes, Forsky? Maybe later we chop through ice, go for a swim.
It's Cobra with more of their battle android troopers. Bats forward! Cobra!
Push it back! Full force!
What in the world are those things? Bats. Robot soldiers that Cobra's conjured up. They're overrunning our position.
It's no use. There are too many of them.
Hang on, guys! She's going into that room.
Had enough hide and seek. Let's get her. Okay, Cinderella, it's pumpkin time.
Il not American off. Is that any way to treat a lady?
Mainframe, get me out of this thing! She's a decoy back to the crypt!
Stay back, I warn you.
You can't take both of us, Baroness.
I won't have to, darlings. Quickly, before other action forces get here! We have what we came for! Cobra, retreat!
They're undercutting the foundation! We gotta get out of here!
Too late! Look out!
Port in the storm!
Junkyard, here's something.
They couldn't possibly be.
Stop jawing and start digging.
Keep him out of Ivan's mausoleum!
Up and at 'em, horror show! We got to keep fighting, you dig?
Bull Forsky! They're raising the drawbridge! That's okay, we'll cross on the ice! Hey! What are those crazy bats doing? Well, so much for crossing on the ice.
Hold them off while I get Ivan's DNA. Mission accomplished. Cobra!
Concentrate all fire on that aircraft!
Get this to Dr. Mindbender.
Cobra! Gone! And we've still got a mess of polar vipers on our hands. Huh? They're surrendering?
Why fight? We'll be freed when Cobra conquers the world.
The worst part is unless we start getting things together, that creep could be right.
Duke's men are heading for the tomb of Genghis Khan, Sergeant Slammer. I'll rendezvous with you at Sun Chu's burial mound near the headwaters of the Yangtze River.
Tell Duke not to blame himself, General Hawk. If we knew exactly what Cobra wanted from those tombs, we'd do a better job of keeping away from them.
Affirmative, Sergeant Slammer. We're in the dark now, but we've got to keep punching until we see the light.
Roger, General. Estimate arrival time. Take cover! It's Cobra!
Sergeant Slammer, are you under attack?
You're breaking up, Sergeant! We've lost contact.
If there's one thing I hate, it's waiting.
If there's one thing I can't stand about waiting, it's listening to you complain about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt such sophisticated repartee, but we're supposed to be watching for Cobra, remember?
Aw, me and Suda watching Shipwreck?
Right. If them fangy freaks make a move on Alexander the Great's tomb, we'll blow them right out of the water.
The only problem is Alexander's tomb is under the water.
Saved a bundle on fire insurance.
Belay the one-liners, Polly.
Come in, Torpedo and Deep Six. How are things at the tomb, serpent-wise?
Nothing but seaweed staring at 40 fathoms, Rick. The sonar's drawing blanks, too. Maybe Cobra's gonna give this famous stiff a miss.
Don't bet your clams on it. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Not exactly an endangered species, but definitely worth watching. What the? Oh no, they was just decoys!
Or a raiding party off the starboard bow!
Full force!
Pour it on!
Hey, Jyree! Your aim improved any since we last went target shooting?
Watch me!
Took you 4!
Ah, nothing satisfies you, wetsuit!
Stop bickering, you guys! He's getting away!
That oil tanker is our escape ticket! Fire torpedo! Quickly, we haven't much time.
Blasted bilge rats were blocked by these flames!
I'm going down to give Deep Six and Torpedo some backup.
Uh-oh, listen up, guys. A trio of sea snakes are swimming your way. Don't worry, we'll stop them.
Forward! We've got them outnumbered!
Hold on, Torpedo. I'm going to get Wetsuit. Wetsuit, Torpedo, let's get on the old squeeze play.
Full force!
You forced me to retaliate with this.
A phone bomb! Get loose!
Enjoy yourselves on the surface, Action Force. We're having a barbecue.
Maybe I've got a way to help fireproof us. Much obliged, Wetsuit. Now, how do we stop Destro?
All right, detonate.
Shipwreck, get below! Destro's in the tomb!
Can't! All hands are busy up here, Deep Six!
Never mind, we're too late, Wreck. Cobra's nailed us again.
It's Sergeant Slammer! Destroy that meddlesome mastodon! Go Cobra!
Shall we help the good sergeant?
Put out his fire. Let's!
That's the end of our friend, Sergeant Slammer.
Maintain the perimeter while I penetrate Sun Tzu's coffin. A 100 feet of earth and clay won't stay Cobra from our appointed wrongs. What? It's not possible!
Full force!
Zebat! Tomax! Stop them at all costs! Cobra Vipers, attack! Now! Cobra!
Zemat! Tomax! Stop Sergeant Slammer while I get Sun Tzu's DNA!
Let's see how your brother likes this, Amon!
Stop! Please, stop!
Okay, fine!
Ah, success! Now a farewell gift for Sergeant Slammer!
Not so fast, Mindbender!
Full force!
My gun's all loaded. My ammo belt's full. Load up those skeets. It's time to say pull! No!
Look, smoke's coming from the drill hole.
I'm a hard man to shake, Mindbender! We'll see about... You've been lucky, but here's where your four-leaf clover turns into poison ivy! I'm still a thorn in your side!
Bean the bloomin' bounder!
Bust his butt! Annihilate him!
The twins are next! Then let me help you.
Oh, no!
How you coming, Sarge?
My head feels like it's busted up as badly as that whatchamacallit.
This looks like one of those devices Duke and Flint described. My hunch is whatever Cobra's after is tied into this.
Yo, General Hawk, Alpine thinks they found Beachhead and mainframe.
I hope they're okay, Roadblock. They used Vlad Tepes' coffin for protection during the cave-in. We'll find out in a sec. They're alive, General. Son of a gun after 18 hours under that mess.
Beachhead, I want to talk to you about your deodorant.
What do you mean? I don't use deodorant.
That's what I want to talk to you about.
Another masterstroke, Mindbender? You put my elite Vipers through the ringer, the twins got creamed, and most importantly, you lost Sun Tzu's DNA, which was supposed to be of vital significance. As of now, your little experiment is deader than disco! Come, Scrap Iron. Deader than disco. I like that. I could have been a great stand-up comedian.
He's right. Without Sun Tzu's DNA...
Our new leader will be an even bigger dweeb than Cobra Commander. Unless we find another source of DNA endowed with similar qualities. Sun Tzu was a Chinese military genius, the best soldier of his time. If we cannot have his DNA,
why not use the DNA of the greatest soldier of our time? Sergeant Slammer!
Horse, this is General Hawk.
Cobra has been running us ragged over the last couple days. In addition to the tombs we try to defend, Cobra struck the tombs of Julius Caesar, Geronimo, and Rasputin. What they want from these tombs, we don't know. But Genghis Khan's tomb is the last on their list. From now on, the name of this game is defense. Cobra must not pass.
Most complete. Soon my creation will be Cobra's new leader!
You seem pretty cheerful.
For a man whose pet project
has been reduced to abject failure.
Yes, Mindbender. Why are you so confounded cheerful? With Sergeant Slammer's DNA, I will have the genetic matrix to create the perfect Cobra Emperor!
You don't have Genghis Khan's DNA yet.
And you're already planning to take Sergeant Slammer's.
First things first, Doctor.
This has gone far enough. They shall not succeed!
This one's the same as all the others, Lifeline.
Yeah, it all seems to add up.
What'd you find out, Doc?
We think we've figured out the reason Cobra's been raiding all those tombs, Hawk. They're after DNA.
As in deoxyribonucleic acid.
Say what? Deoxyribonucleic acid, the chief building block of all life, Gung-Ho.
General, we believe Cobra has the capability to combine those stolen DNA molecules to create an artificial life form.
History has been dominated by despots and warriors like Alexander, Vlad Tepes, Napoleon, and their kind. The genetic map of their personal power is within their DNA.
Looks like they're going to create the world's first fully cloned super soldier.
When Cobra has all the DNA they need, they'll start breeding them by the thousands.
Building an army of these warriors for a final confrontation with us.
Our chance of winning won't be fine when Cobra joins with Frankenstein.
We've got an air raid! Man your battle stations! Night Raven's attacking!
Leave no action force alive!
Cobra!
Cobra!
Jeb Stewart, you is avenged! That maniac is going to ram us! Jump! Go! All right!
Yahoo! Let's knock 'em back, Force!
Way back!
Go, Force! Go, man, go!
It's turkey shoot time in Central Asia, so let's gobble 'em up!
Which way are you aiming, fools? I don't want the sergeant injured, at least not yet!
Move or be melted!
Disengage!
At ease, at ease! Save the celebration, men. Unless I miss my guess, that was only round one.
Another catastrophe, Mindbender! This fiasco has gone on long enough! I hereby order you to abandon your insane experiment. You are under house arrest! Ha! Seize him! Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said seize him!
Everyone heard you, my dear Cobra Commander, but no one cares to obey.
You see, our last attack was merely a diversion. My next will bring them calamity and us victory. And nothing you can say or do will stop it. Nothing.
You have a way with words, Mindbender. Continue with your plan by all means. I shall be waiting to reward your genius. Or to have you beheaded for terminal stupidity. I have spoken.
Enemy aircraft approaching! And, brother, it's a big one!
Converge on intruder and eliminate same! Full force!
She's hit! She's gonna crash! Evacuate the impact area!
Wait! It's a trick, General! She wasn't hit at all!
We've been had by smoke pots and special effects! Come on! Full force!
The fools played right into my hands. Fire at will! Bring me Khan's sarcophagus.
We can't let him reel in that fish! Punch through the wall!
Full force!
Careful, you clods. Come close enough to make it look good, but don't damage the merchandise!
They snagged it! Let loose, you blasted grave robber!
They've got Sergeant Slammer!
You clowns don't know it, but you're in big trouble!
Such a sense of humor, Sergeant Slammer. You will be a superb addition to my collection of DNA.
Bats, bring him to me!
One concussion sandwich coming up!
What is this? A stowaway? Scrap iron! Dispose of him!
No, we need him!
Like a hole in the head. Dispose of him at once!
No! Bats, I command you to stop! Put him in chains! Lock him in the punishment module until we reach the Terradrome.
For your information, I intend to use Sergeant Slammer's DNA to replace Sun Tzu's in my creation formula.
What a mind-boggling brainstorm, Mindbender. Putting the genetic soul of an enemy into the body of our new leader will give us just what we've always needed. A live-in traitor! When you are knee-deep in total catastrophe, remember, I tried to stop you!
Cobra Commander took the news of Sergeant Slammer's DNA rather good-naturedly.
He undoubtedly has something extremely unpleasant up his treacherous sleeve. Watch him closely.
All right, men, what's the bad news?
12% casualties. None fatal, thank heavens. 40% of our vehicles redlined or destroyed.
Flint got dinged up in the last attack. We stopped him from getting Sun Tzu's DNA.
But Cobra captured Sergeant Slammer.
Tell me about it. Here are reports from the tombs we didn't know about. A Libyan museum with a relic of Hannibal was raided by Cobra. In Rome, the ashes of Julius Caesar were stolen. Lord knows what Cobra wants with them. Attila the Hun, Eric the Red, Rasputin, dozens more. Cobra may have won some battles, but they're a long way from winning the war. Beachhead, get those volunteers who'd like to take a crack at the Terradrome on Cobra Island.
Yes, sir.
Men, your primary mission is to rescue Sergeant Slammer. But it's equally important that we learn more about Cobra's DNA experiments. Full force!
Good luck, and Godspeed.
At long last, the pieces of the genetic puzzle are all nearly in place. Position the protoplasm armature. The DNA of history's greatest conquerors has merged with the genetic matrix just as I dreamed it would.
But what of the loss of Sun Tzu's DNA? What if it initiates a chain reaction of unpredictable mutations?
Let the chips fall where they may, Destro. I am replacing Sun Tzu's DNA with Sergeant Slammer's.
The time has come, dear brother.
To complete our little experiment in Biology 101.
Oh! You better hope this kills me, because if it don't...
Now to Dr. Mindbender's laboratory.
While our subject rests for a while. He won't wake up for weeks.
That man has the constitution of a vending machine. Commander, he's trying to open his cell door. I must alert. No, you will do nothing until he escapes and is well on his way. Now I must pay a little call on Dr. Mindbender's laboratory and make sure that things get out of hand.
Oh, how I see the glory of this moment. The last ingredient of my formula has now been interphased with the inert protoplasm. I shall now give it the breath of life.
Stop! Your visit is ill-timed, Cobra Commander.
Yes, stand clear.
Forgive me for this unseemly intrusion. I came to wish you nothing but success in your historic venture.
Then stand back while the men do the work.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't dream of interfering.
Replace the containment shroud, Destro. Interlock the biotherm inductor. All is ready. Prepare for vitalization.
So far, I see nothing to get excited about. Something is happening.
Sergeant Slammer has escaped.
Quiet, this is far more important.
Release clamps and vacuum shroud! Rise, perfect being! Arise and rule!
You didn't make us an emperor!
You made us a monster!
I know that, you idiots! Get him off me!
Look out! That monstrosity is totally mindless.
As is the quack who created him! I warned you that this experiment was unsound, Dr. Mindbender!
My calculations were perfect! I don't understand! Look out! Don't let it leave the laboratory!
Don't worry! We have it! Right where it wants us!
Time to evacuate the premises. They'll be destroyed by their own creation, and Cobra will be mine again.
Fire, Commander, fire! You have a weapon and do nothing to prevent the creature's escape. If it reaches the surface of Cobra Island, we may never recapture it!
Tough luck, Mindbender. That runaway pile of putrid protoplasm is your problem, not mine. While you and Mindbender are pursuing your creature, you should ponder the insanity of your entire scheme.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Vipers, let them chase the creature. It's Sergeant Slammer I'm after.
Personally, Dr. Mindbender, we say, let the big ugly swine go!
No! We must find and analyze it. I think we failed because someone contaminated the DNA supply.
Look! It's Sergeant Slammer! Let's fry him!
It doesn't figure. We're too low to tickle their radar, but something's got the whole stinking island on alert.
Say, that's a heavy breeze for this time of night, eh?
You playing cards or giving a blooming weather report?
That was a false chopper, you brainless twits!
After it!
Hostile pursuit ships closing fast.
Dreadnought swamp fires! Keep shooting and hang on! Full force!
Hold still so we can blast them. If I hold still, they'll blast us.
Blimey! Pull up! Pull up!
We shook them!
Correction! We shook some of them!
I think you'll find this highly depressing.
Come no further or scrap iron! What are you doing here?
I thought you'd like to buy proof that it wasn't your fault the experiment failed.
I will pay 1,000,000 gold serpentines if the information is useful to me.
Cobra Commander tainted your DNA mixture with a distillation of mutating virus.
Of course. Cobra Commander is the only logical suspect. He has crossed me for the last time. I shall make sure his fate matches that of his virus.
Uh-oh. I think I'm getting a life form reading. Tough to be sure in the jungle.
Look out!
An Action Force Tomahawk! Intercept any survivors!
Not if I get there first, fungus brain. What the Samuel ran into them? After they Poindexter! Okay, that does it. Now I'm angry. You fight like you look. Ugly, but sloppy. Real sloppy. Why? I faced some pretty spineless opponents, but this is ridiculous.
A slight problem with Dr. Mindbender's recipe.
The poor creature just came unglued.
Yeah! He blobbed us! After him!
Fight is useless, Sergeant. Don't look out! Stop him!
Checkmate.
Okay. The score is Creeps 1. Slammer nothing. But we're going into extra innings. Count on it.
I hate to sound like a party pooper, Beachhead, but we're now one tomahawk short, and we got a long way to go.
Bag it, lift ticket. Let's find the Sarge, then worry about how we're gonna get out of here. Come on!
Pin him down! Quickly! I don't have all day!
Well, such indomitability, such spirit. Your DNA in the genetic matrix will guarantee a perfect leader.
Bad idea, Mindbender. You ain't using my molecules to fight Action Force.
Sergeant Slammer, your generous contribution is cheerfully accepted.
My cup truly runneth over. Bats, secure him with electro chains. One can't be too careful.
Yeah, tough security, Beachhead. How are we gonna get inside? No, Biggie. Go ask if you can use their phone.
You serious?
Do it.
Hi, guys. What's happening? I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Hooked! What are you doing here?
Well, you see, some of your guys shot down our chopper a few miles back, and, well, I need to check in with headquarters. Hey, why didn't you tell me you were using me as a decoy for violence?
Because I didn't want you to say no.
Something tells me this is not gonna be one of my favorite hangouts.
Genetic matrix temperature. DNA interface fluid pressure. All perfect. This time there shall be no calamities.
Can't let you use even one molecule of me against Action Force. Can't.
Your fate is sealed, Sergeant Slammer. Just lean back and enjoy it. The readings are even stronger this time. Position the shroud. Gentlemen, I give you the future!
Got to stop them! Got to! Full force!
Stop! Have you learned nothing from your previous catastrophe? Do you seriously expect me to permit you to create another Frankenstein nightmare? Scrap Iron, what are you doing? Ensuring Cobra's future and my own. Betrayed by my own confidant, dishonored by upstarts, misfits. What have I done to merit such heinous disrespect?
You have failed, my dear Cobra Commander. Now stand out of the way or join Sergeant Slammer in chains!
Sergeant Slammer, look. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye in the past, but if I let you go, will you help me?
It's a deal.
I'm cutting the power. Dr. Mindbender!
Now what? Sergeant Slammer, he's free. Stop him.
Why don't you just give up, Slammer, and make it easy on yourself?
Why don't you two maggots go suck eggs? Stop him before he destroys any more DNA!
We've lost Sergeant Slammer's DNA!
What will this do to the genetic matrix?
I don't know.
You've been a naughty boy, Sergeant Slammer!
Now, Destro! De-energize the apparatus! You'll have to handle that yourself, Dr. Mindbender!
You can never get good help when you need it.
You dented my hat.
The prize that has eluded me is now mine! Arise, most powerful one! Arise! I said, arise! Arise!
You failed, Fender Bender!
I don't understand!
Do you understand this, mind bungler?
Yes, go ahead, Slammer. Punch his lights out. What's happening?
What's that? I don't know. But it's coming from down there. Let's check it out.
Know that I am the one you seek. I am the one born to rule, destined to conquer. Let those who fear me follow me. Let those who oppose me die. For I am Serpentor, and this I command!
Was that something or was that something? Kaboom! Blew the blokes right out of the air.
Kinda makes you wonder what we need Zoltan and his baby brother and sister for.
Red Knox, grab him!
Hey, lowlife! Does it ever occur to you there might be an easier way of settling disputes?
Yeah, Lifeline. It's called a gun.
See anything up ahead, Left Ticket?
Looks like their command center. Pretty heavily guarded, too.
But our only bet for finding out where they're keeping Sergeant Slaughter.
None shall stand against me, neither within Cobra nor without. For I am Serpentor, and I must rule. This I command!
Command this, buddy!
Is that the best my enemies can do?
Hail Serpentor! Hail Serpentor!
Attend me. I need suitable raiment.
So it shall be, O great and powerful one. Here is your uniform and your air chariot.
Yes! Hail, omnipotent one! Hail to thee in all thy radiant majesty! You've got them eating out of your hands, Serpentor. Of course, you and I know your primary function will be as a figurehead, a sterling symbol of the power and unanimity of Cobra. You will give them someone to look up to while I make all the important decisions.
Then start by deciding where you want to be buried.
Don't be so aggressive. I'm still open to negotiation.
There can be no negotiation, you insolent microbe! I am not symbolic! I am your emperor and master!
I hear and obey, O great Serpentor.
You had better shut up, Cobra Commander, before he really gets angry.
I have been created with all that I need to know, and the essence of my knowledge is this. I order, you obey and fear me.
Baloney! You talk a good fight, but can you back it up?
Do you forget, Sergeant Slammer, that my first act as a sentient being was to knock you unconscious?
Beginner's luck. I'd like to see you do that again, Serpentor! Any clown can give orders when his enemy's chained up.
I have had enough of your mockery, Sergeant Slammer!
On guard!
Serpentor should not have accepted Sergeant Slammer's challenge.
Yes, he lacks patience. His genetic matrix has none of Sun Tzu's DNA.
Suck soul, slime ball!
No one shall touch Serpentor and live! Destroy him!
Sergeant Slammer is mine! This I command!
Down! Don't be such a crybaby, Mindbender. If your Emperor is a weakling, we'd better learn about it now. Come on, Slammer! Kick his fangs in!
Come on, Serpentor! Let's continue this outside!
My pleasure! Follow them! This we don't want to miss!
Dirty fool, Serpentor! No weapon!
Sportsmanship is not one of my attributes!
Cool, Zartan. When are we gonna get some action?
I'm with Sarana. Things are getting too dull around here.
Anyway!
Look out!
Must be a glitch in the system. It's registering intruder presence, but there's nobody here.
You! Where are you taking that console?
Right down your throat, maggot!
Full force! Full force! Full force! Never turn your back on a Viper! Oh! Coward! You challenge me, then you run away!
Just looking for more fighting room, sucker!
No riders allowed! Rack him up, Sarge! Way to go!
Slamorize him! Televipers, Crimson Guards, that is Serpentor, your new leader!
Bury him, your majesty!
Hear that, Action Force? I am worshipped for the monarch that I am!
Big fat deal!
Bite him! Bite him! Use the combination! 1, 2!
Hey, where's Cobra Commander? Good. Now that you're all reprogrammed, battle android troopers, attention! Commander, what are you doing? Activating the bats to destroy Sergeant Slammer and Serpentor, you traitorous twit! Now stand aside! No! I work for Dr. Mindbender now. Oh, really? Maybe this will change your mind. You were saying? Oh, bats! You heard, Cobra Commander! Annihilate them!
Insolent barbarian, you shall pay the ultimate price for your arrogance! Look out, Sarge!
Televipers, look! They've assaulted your Emperor!
None may defile our master. You will pay with your lives!
Looks like it's gonna get grim.
We're just robots! Aim for the guidance systems!
Annihilate Action Force! This I command! And what are these? Oh, the bats! They're attacking our Emperor!
Let's go! Out that hole!
Coming through!
Let's go! Move it!
Battling an army of super troopers would be bad enough. But what if Cobra also extracted the strategic qualities of these ancient warriors? The existence of such creatures would give Cobra absolute power.
General Hawk, that's just a computer projection. What's the possibility that Cobra has actually achieved this?
100%!
It's Sergeant Slammer!
Back! They found him!
What happened?
We got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we destroyed all the DNA Cobra collected. The bad news is Dr. Mindbender built Cobra a new emperor, capable of conquering the world.
Be smart and savvy and strong, uglier than sin, and meaner than a junkyard dog. No offense, Mother.
Where Serpentor leads, Cobra follows! Cobra!
Action Force's very existence offends me. Does it not sicken and offend you? Then why does Action Force continue to exist and defy me?
Because our beloved Cobra Commander could never defeat America's ultimate defense.
Action Force. Oh, sure, that's it. Blame me. Never mind your own cowardice and incompetence.
Silence, you vociferous little worm! The problem is easily solved.
We shall invade the United States and subjugate Action Force immediately!
See how easy it is, Cobra Commander. I command, and they obey. The perfect fighting combination.
You don't have the experience to lead Cobra, you insufferable egomaniac. You know nothing of our struggle against Action Force, nothing of our relative strengths, weaknesses, or strategies.
Never hiss at your Emperor. I do not need experience to lead Cobra. I have been created fully sentient, all-knowing, and all-powerful!
With all due respect, O mighty Serpentor, we beg you to reconsider. Invasion is easy, but holding U.S. territory is all but impossible.
For Serpentor, nothing is impossible.
Cobra's been too quiet for too long. We're going to go looking for them, stage a little preemptive strike before their new leader can...
Hear me! I, Serpentor, have begun the conquest of Washington, D.C. The utter humiliation of the United States.
And the total annihilation of Action Force.
None that defy me shall live. This I command!
The President, where is he?
Tough luck, Slimeball. Both he and the Vice President are out of town.
They are too well fortified, Destro, darling. They'll never take them.
Then we'll simply call in an airstrike.
Night Raven 1 to Destro. We have the Pentagon dead in our sights.
Use your gas weapons. We want to capture the building intact.
Affirmative.
Destro, Baroness, bad news. Neither the President nor the Vice President are in Washington.
Bad news indeed.
So much for our hopes of a single stunning victory.
To you, my loyal Vipers, and to those watching this broadcast, look about and know that this city is mine.
Cobra!
Bring the senators and congressmen before me.
I order you to surrender Action Force and the President to me!
Never! We will not cooperate with you or your totalitarian regime.
You will do as I say, or I shall burn your nation to the ground! This I command!
Very well. We have no choice but to do as you command. For now. See how meekly I'll obey the commands of a true emperor?
Serpentor! 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 Serpentor!
Resistance to the rule of Serpentor is no more! The city of Washington now enters a new era in history. The dawn of the 1,000-year rule of Cobra. All shall be crushed beneath Serpentor's iron heel.
This is insane! You can't possibly hold Washington, much less conquer the entire United States. I know. I tried.
You tried and failed. Already the president has agreed to surrender. Kneel before your master, you pathetic losers. You first, Mr. President. On your knees.
Very well, Your Highness.
Good, good.
Wait! I demanded the surrender of Action Force as well. Where is their representative? Speak!
Action Force? Why, right here.
Full force!
Bring up our reinforcements from the airport!
Action Force are inside!
Annihilate them! Zap their stars! That's where their firepower is!
Full force!
That's attack!
Force, heads up!
I know how to handle those tin heads.
Oh, no!
A 1,000-year rule! Ah! Where's your perfect leader now?
What do you know about leadership?
I know how to fire a laser. You need every hand you can get.
For once, Cobra Commander, you are right.
Lift ticket to Slipstream. Got some firebats and night ravens trying to stop us from making our deliveries.
Hang loose, lift ticket. We're on our way. Full force!
Have a bath! You guys sure do need it!
Full force! Let's stop Snake!
You got it, Sarge!
Gridlocks forward! Destroy Action Force reinforcements over all dead meat! Thrasher, you bloomin' dingo!
Don't leave us!
God blimey, Zartan! The dreadnoughts are checking out!
And this time they have the right idea. Let Serpentor and his Vipers do the fighting.
Uh-oh. Night Raven on my tail.
Warning. Warning. Fuel exhausted.
I can't believe it. They're running out of fuel.
Destro! Baroness! Why are you retreating? Stand and fight!
We're out of ammunition, my lord! Our air force is out of fuel! We cannot hold!
We still control the river! This way!
I see snake meat on the Potomac! Full force!
We see him, Slipstream. Let us take care of him.
Full force!
Our morays will stem the tide! What? Follow me! We'll make our stand at the Jefferson Memorial! Cobra!
We're whipping the scales off them on land, sea, and air!
Now let's finish the job! Full force!
They're through fighting and on the run!
Let's put the lid on this can of fangs!
Serpentor! Serpentor!
Our men are retreating! You must be evacuated to safety, my Emperor!
Only temporarily, do you hear? Serpentor cannot be vanquished! Come back, cowards! Stand and defend your Emperor!
Get aboard!
The last fully fueled Night Raven will take us to the Terrodrome and safety.
Action Force! Cut their escape route! Excellent! Bring me the brave Viper who saved his Emperor's life!
Funny how you never know who your friends are, isn't it?
The rest of you get aboard! I'll deal with this scum!
No! Take me along! I saved you!
Never! You will perish here!
But who will you blame when your loyal Vipers realize how imperfect you really are? You need me for a scapegoat, my lord.
For once you are right. Come along.
All right, Cobras, it's over. Get those hands up.
Washington's a little battered, but the town still looks pretty good to me.
We won a major victory today, but it's not over. Serpentor's one tough cookie, and Cobra forces will follow him to the gates of oblivion.
We'll have to keep on our toes from now on. The price of liberty is always eternal vigilance.
Full force!